You guys, really apologies. Network. The way you just know Uganda things, yeah. Network here and there, but we are really sorry. Of course, in the program, the Kingdom Live Show, I'm joined with a colleague who is none other than Idi Ouma. Yes, Idi Ouma. He has been a member of parliament contestant. He has been national chairperson of FDC. He has very many titles, but he can begin from there. Yeah, you're welcome to the Kingdom Live Show.
Thank you too much.
Yes, I want you now to introduce yourself. You've already given them the hint.
I am so happy that I'm on this show. My name is Idi Ouma. I am a born of Busia district, a proud Samia from the border. Yeah. I have been in politics and I'm in politics. I was a chairman of FDC for 2 terms in Busia district as a youth leader, and my second term I went and vied for the national youth leadership chairperson of FDC in Uganda, which I won. And from there I currently also I am the chairperson of a primary school in Busia called Nangwe Parents, and very many other former parliamentary contestants. But most importantly is that as a member of the Forum for Democratic Change, in fact I am a founder member of the FDC. You see, that's very important. You see, there is something being there, but also I am proud of having been as part of the formation of the FDC. Thank you.
Now, thank you so much, Idi Ouma, for joining us, of course, on the Kingdom Live Show. I know some people might start complaining, why are they using only English? We shall be mixing. Tujja kubanga tu mixinga Uganda, Swahili, Lusamia, tujja tu mixinga. Yeah, but most importantly, of course, twagala abantu bafune information bulungi nnyo, of which nga tukozesa olulimi oluzungu. Naye n'Oluganda tujja kugattagattamu awo tulabe nga abantu batufuna bulungi. Idi Ouma, you've said you've ever been a chairperson of FDC, the whole district, or of youths?
In fact, for you to be a national youth leader, you must be having, you must have been a chairman of the district.
Chairman of the district.
The youth of the district, the composition of which makes the national leadership.
Of which you were part of it.
Yeah.
Okay. As we go ahead, before we bring on other issues, of course, Chitarunyo Echahaji, Honorable Hussein Chanjo. Hussein Chanjo ndoza wali omumanyi bulungi nnyo.
Hussein Chanjo omuntu wa Makinge West, president wa Jema. Namutegeera
yatandikawo Jema.
Yes.
Okay.
The president wa Jema yali mu parliament okumala terms 2. Wankubadde unfortunately ekisanja kye ekyokubiri yafugako emyaka 3 obulwadde ne bumulemera.
Obulwadde ne bulemera. Yali ayogera nnyo.
Very good speaker. Abantu be twali twegomba ngaze be nali negomba y'omu ku bantu be nali negomba. But all is on. Takyasobola kubeera naffe tusasira family twegatta ku ggwanga okungubagira busiraamu n'abaana Uganda bonna okubanga bafiiriddwa omuntu ng'oyo. Tusaba Allah amusonyiwe ebyamusobako.
Amina. Allahumma amina. Oyo of course ye oyo of course ye Haji Hussein Chanjo. Nze nali muwulira nnyo ku National TV, nali muwulira nnyo mu radios, nali muwulira nnyo ku media. Naye for us we have just joined politics, but of course omuntu wabeera mulungi lazima bamwogerako ebingi ate nga birungi. So very many people have been talking a lot about Hussein Chanjo, Honorable and Haji, and it seems he was a good man. Yeah, it seems he was a good man, and we pray to the Almighty Allah, may he judge his soul with mercy and may he rest in eternal peace. Wewo ono Chanjo ono nga tebanaba kufominga Jema yali agwawa Honorable Chanjo.
You see, Honorable Chanjo, y'omu, in fact, history ya Chanjo ekulaga nti Honorable Hussein Chanjo y'omu ku bavubuka during their time abavubuka abasookera naddala mu busiraamu. You see, previously bali bamanyi nti abasiraamu bamanyi kuvuga taxi na kusala nte. It is Honorable Kyanjo who unlocked that mind n'abalaga nti no, beside that bakyasobola okubeera abakulembeze ab'omugasa ate ab'essimu. That's how you see Kyanjo emerged into politics. And Kyanjo is coming to politics helped a lot kuba yateekawo omusingi. Kyanjo is only a person who would disagree with you and you comfortably didn't get offended. Akulaga nti takkirizaganya naawe naye era ate n'asigalanga akulaga nti gwe n'osigalanga olaba nti you are still colleagues. That was Honorable.
Okay. From Honorable Kyanjo, of course, automatically we have to come to our main topic of today. Of course, we are going to discuss about FDC. Of course, you've been watching, you've been listening, you've been reading all what has been happening on FDC. The other time we saw Honorable Nandara Mafabi with the Honorable Ibrahim Semujunganda on national TV, exchanging words here and there. We saw Fono Pondo entering in. We saw the other time we saw the chairman of FDC, Ambassador Waiswa. Is it Waswa? Waswa Virigwa, the national chairman of FDC. The whole man, I think he's like 73 years old. He was jumping a fence. So we've been watching a lot. We saw, of course, a press conference taking place at Katonga, a press conference taking place at Najanankumbi. So at Najanankumbi, of course, that is where POA was. That is, of course, Patrick Amory at Uboi. And then at Katonga, that was where Honorable Besije was. So, tutandikire wano, Honorable Idi, what is taking place? I mean, when was even FDC founded? Tutandikire awo.
One, abatuuliriza n'abatulebe bweweeyo njagala bagamba nti FDC ejja etya okubeera FDC. Mu 2001, Dr. Kanokiza Besigye yeesimbawo bwa president naye ng'omuntu. Eyalaba posta ya Besigye by that time yagamba nga nti reform now. We tumala akalulu ka 2001, by that time nze nali mu P7. After 2001 tugenda 2002-3 ne batandikawo inception y'okuforminga FDC. FDC yaformingiwe to FDC is a merger between the PAFO and the Reform Agenda. Zamaji nga bali mu parliament abali egwe ne bakola ekibiina kye bayita FDC. Kati ate bwe bakikola, even us, the few people who were on the ground, we were involved in collecting the signature to form the FDC. FDC comes into existence in 2004. That's when FDC was formed.
2004?
2004. Now it became FDC. Now, what the difference between FDC and the other parties that you see, FDC, its information was here. And very many people participated. Like I've told you, I participated in the formation of the FDC because I collected things. I had registers of the young people who were, by that time I was at Lumino High School. Now, the difference between FDC and the other parties that you see, when you participate in forming something, you have a moral authority to question how it is run. Unlike some other party, which I may not mention because I'm not a spokesperson of the other parties.
Yeah.
Okubeera n'amaanyi oba okubeerako ne bye babuuza kisinzira ku buvunaanyizibwa bw'olina mu kibiina ekyo. Bayinza okubuuza obuuza ng'ani n'obagamba nze mbuuza olunga omu ku baateekawo ekibiina kino. So FDC bwe yatondwa kati okuva olwo FDC ebadde ekyusa obukulembeze. FDC bw'emala okufuula FDC, Dr. Kanokiza Besigye yali president wa FDC yasooka yasaavinga ttaamu 2 ez'emyaka 8. The 2 years n'astepping aside n'agamba ayagala transition ekibiina kigende mu kulonda yakatinga term short. That election is what brought on Mugisha Muntu as the party president. So after Mugisha Muntu, it was a hotly contested election. Muntu contested with Mafari. Myself, I supported Mafari in that election. But after elections, I worked with Muntu because I knew the party was bigger than. After that election, we went through another election. You know, after in that election we were only voting the party president. Then after, other executive also expired. That is an election which was between Alaso and Mafari on the Secretary General position. So I supported Mafari and he became the Secretary General. after that, in Muntu's transition, after 5 years of Muntu, he organized an election. That's an election where Amuriat contested with Muntu. I was for Muntu. Amuriat won. And that is, now that was the third transition in the FDC. Now, that election left a lot of problems because that's when you saw Muntu marching out of the FDC. But now, you see, the challenge with the politics is that some people are emotional. When Muntu said he was going out of the FDC, now people assume that everybody who supported Muntu should be moving out of the FDC. It was an assumption. Not everybody who supported Muntu. Samuel Jungada was the chairperson of Muntu's campaign. Yes. But after election, he chose to go. Myself, I was there. I went back to the FDC. But because of internal challenges which were there, they continued to spark of very many things, which are not maybe for the media today. But we say, okay, let's the party move. That is how the FDC was formed and how it has transited. Now, the current term of office of the people who are in office, it expired. It is now 3 years. The next start, because of COVID, and extended their term to 3 years. Yes, because the term had expired. Maybe we would not be having the current challenge if we had changed the leadership. FDC ng'ekibiina kirina emitendera egigoberera communicating n'engeri gye bakolamu ebintu byabwe. Like you said, I've been a cabinet minister in the FDC.
National
leader. You qualify to be a member of the cabinet, which is called working committee. Very many decisions were passed during my term, and there are things I know how FDC operates. The problem is that when you choose to operate contrary to the procedure of the party, you will always fall into contradiction with the leadership. So for me, for now, abatuwulira n'abatulaba kyembagamba ekiri mu FDC si kipya. Sekiri nti ekibiina kigwawo wabula waliyo ensonga ezirina okwogerwako mu kibiina.
Kati Mwami Idi tugende mpola ogambye term eza office zaggwako. Kati was there any communication to address that?
Term wegwako National Council yajja negamba nti okusinziira ku COVID nga bweriwo twongereyo ekisanja emyaka 3
nga kiggwa ddi?
That's why you see that even now there is a communication which was passed etwala FDC mu Corona. I think that's what even the contention is. People are saying there are issues we should resolve before we go for election. Wali abagamba we should go for election. And for me, I'm happy that the contestation in FDC is caused by an election.
Anze kyemmanyi ku FDC balina democracy.
Yes.
Yeah. Of course, for them, what they wanted always to do, they wanted to show NRM that they have democracy.
And they can be a leader and he goes home. Because Besigye was a president, he went home. Muntu was a president, he went home. Even if tomorrow they will decide that Amuriat is going home, he will be comfortable because it's not the new thing. Ajja kuba atuula ng'alaba Juma yawummula nange mpumudde, it will be very disappointing nze we ngamba nti sigenda waka. That will be a problem.
Okay, I think all the people who are viewing this Kingdom Live show, don't forget this show is being sponsored by Gold Star Resort Hotel. Yes, if at all you have your conference meetings, if at all you have birthday parties, if at all you have weddings, kindly, you are invited, come at Gold Star. Balina ebyakabi. Rooms, accommodation, feeding, buli kimu wekiri. Mwami Ouma Idi, the reason why I've really chosen to call you for this program, or to invite you for this program, because FDC kiri wano ku mutwe. So webamala communication that now they are adding more 3 years. And now what is bringing these turmoils? Twalabako Besigye. We saw Besigye, of course, you talked about democracy, and you said whoever is being won, of course, he goes home. Baba kusinze ngokola ki oba tamu yoba eweddeko anyway ngokola ki nga you go home, of which we saw Besigye going home. But now we are asking, after Besigye going home, he went and formed another forum. Eyo forum njagalo jogereko eyo forum eyo
the people's government.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much. You see, njagala abantu batutegere bulungi. In the issues of politics telling a church, when you're in the church, it is only the bishop who can speak. No, politics telling way. The moment you enter politics, be ready, even when you are the one leading, get ready for cautioning at what are you doing. Besigye retired from the FDC activity, not a member, but he chose to go and add another front of fighting for the struggle, which is not bad. It supplements, just like you see the emergence of NUP. It was a good addition to the opposition. So when Besigye forms that team there, but he subscribed to FDC, he's a founder member. He's also part of the team. But then now he's not directly involved in the management of the party. He does not make decisions. Second, tackle a decision eziri awo
party
ayinza okuleetako ekirowoozo n'agamba nti nga memba n'agamba omukulu Amuri mbadde ndowooza nti mu ngeri gye tugenda okuddukanyamu ekibiina kyaffe tukole kino naye talina buyinza bwenkomeredde, is not a decision maker. Ye ekibiina yakikola ki yakirekawo n'afuuka memba wali takyalina obuyinza bulinga bwe yalinga nabo n'agamba tomaze party president nzaani obwo obuyinza bwamukola ki bwamugwako. Kati ekintu ekyo si kipya, abadde ng'akola ebintu nga sometimes n'abeerako n'ebirala byakola. Naye kati ekisinga obukulu ku kino nze kyendowooza nti omuntu yandibadde yeebuuza nti kikyali kya mugaso Besigye akyalina kye tumwetaagako nga FDC. Yes, he still has an input and we must listen to him, but also there is a leadership. There is a leadership in the FDC. Whether weak or good or bad, but there is a leadership. So when you believe in democracy, you must. What the democracy is very unfair and is fair. So for now, there is a leadership in the FDC. But those who are not in the leadership, they also still have a say, and the leaders must listen.
Definitely.
That is what is happening. Besigye leads the people's government, which is his front, where he makes decisions. In the people's government, Besigye has a decision to make. But when it comes to FDC, he does not directly make decisions. He goes through the party leadership.
Okay, in Besigye's, how should I say, is it called an organization which is called a pressure group?
Yeah, the people's government.
People's government. Does it involve everyone from different parties, or it is a branch of FDC?
No, that one is a collection of everyone. So how it is run, it is every change-loving person is part of that team. It's not limited to FDC because it's not a branch of the FDC.
Okay, that one is understood very, very, very well. Now coming to this other thing, we have the issue of where does the likes of Elias Lukwago, his worship, the mayor, where does he join from? As you've spoken of the other fronts, yeah.
One, the Lord Mayor is currently the Vice President of FDC. You see, FDC has procedures on how you become a leader and how you can be co-opted. When there was a breakaway of General Moon, Alice Alaso, by then was the Vice President of Eastern. Joyce Sebugwao was the Vice President of Uganda. Now, when these people left, the party sat and proposed to fill these gaps as we wait for an election. That's how you see the woman member of Parliament of Soroti, Honorable Adeke Anna, becoming the Vice President of Eastern. Now, they looked at Uganda and said, now, whom do we bring to run Uganda around now? It was not through an election, it was through appointment. So, Lord Mayor Lukwago became the Vice President of FDC through an appointment, which is in the Constitution of the FDC, through the appointment of the President. So it is through the Right Honorable Amuriat.
Oh, sorry. Generator is going to be on that. Sorry about that interference. Of course, power had gone. But as I told you, Gold Star is the best hotel in Busia. It has an automatic generator category. Yeah. Yes. Continue.
So that's how you found out that you got Right Honorable Road Mayor being appointed as the Vice President of Ghana, but not through a ballot. The difference between it's an appointment. The difference between myself and Lukwago, me, I went through a ballot to become a national leader, just like Amria, just like those of my father. But Lukwago was appointed by the president, by the approval of NEC.
That was power.
Yes. Now that is how Lukwago came in.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening carefully. I'm here with the former national chairperson, youth national chairperson of the whole country, FDC. And of course, he has told you where FDC came from, the leadership, and of course, we are now heading to where it is right now. So, Bwana Idi Ouma, what is causing conflict in FDC right now?
Now, you see, in every political organization, there is a form of communication. And there is a hierarchy of leadership. There is a role to play. The current crisis in my party is because of the three things: communication gap, responsibility, and hierarchy. How? My brother and my senior leader, the Right Honorable Nathan Ngali, the Secretary General of the FDC, duly elected and still in the office, and he has that responsibility. The Constitution gives him a mandate to play. When you go to my president, Patrick Amria Tobon, he also has a constitutional mandate and what he's supposed to do. When you go to the party spokesperson, he has a responsibility to play in the party, including the chairperson, Mr. Waswabili. Now, in every political organization, when there is some turbulence, sometimes it checks the maturity of the leadership. Whatever is happening now, I think people are interested in knowing what is causing the problem. It's a communication problem. The center of communication is the problem. Because you see, the party spokesperson is the official spokesperson of the party, but he speaks on behalf of the party.
That is Semuju.
Honorable Semuju. Now, we have the Electoral Commission. The Electoral Commission passed a roadmap. I think where some members are like you saw, this is freedom of speech. Some members contested and said, no, there are some issues we need to resolve, and I think before we go for an election. And I think they thought they have not been listened to. So when they realized, they said, no, let us now go out so that we make some good noise so that people can hear us. And now after that outburst, I think now it is the responsibility now of the party. That's why you see now, as you speak now, the environment has cooled somehow. Why? Because the emergency voices are being heard. So we are saying, okay, let's come and harmonize. What are you saying? What does Juma say? What does Idi say? How do we come up with the joint proposal? Let's come out with a decision. So the problem, current problem, not even the issue. You see, the biggest problem which is causing us the problem now is communication. Summarizing all those other problems, the current problem of FDC has been communication. There was a blockage in the communication, and I think after all those other communication you heard of Katonga, Rajarakum, digesting all those things now, they will have to be a formal channel of communication and agree and harmonization. That's why you see that on the 28th of this month, which is Friday, there's going to be a national council. A national council is the board of FDC. In fact, FDC has the national council, the national executive, the working committee, and the delegate conference. All those are committees of the FDC. The national council composes of all district chairpersons. That's the body which comes and that's the body which came and added a term of office to the national executive. The national executive is like a parliament, it's a council. Like you can say council of the district. Then the working committee is the executive of the district. Then the delegate conference is the supreme organ of the party which makes the final decision. Now, all these other issues which are happening, they are going to be sorted by a delegate conference.
On 28th of this
No,
month.
currently 28th is a national council,
Okay, national council.
which is sanctioning elections, agreeing on the formula of how it's going to be managed, what, and also sorting these issues you see now. All of these are going to be digested in the national council on Friday. So the viewers outside there is no turbulence in FDC. There's only been miscommunication, communication problem. So I can summarize the FDC issues like a communication problem, which is going to be sorted by Friday, and there will be a formal communication from the party and the stand. If there's a problem with the electoral roadmap, people will raise it. If there's a problem with Idoma as a person, they will raise it. If there's a problem with Mafari as a person, they will raise it. If there's a problem with the Samuju, so that the party now, the owners of the party organ will have to make a decision on how the way forward of the FDC. The biggest issue we can examine is the communication.
Bwana Idi Ouma, the way you are talking, I think the way you are talking, you are really defending your party. And another thing, I think you're also giving us information. Yeah, you know, if you do not have information, you'll always speculate. Now the media is speculating a lot. You know what the media is saying? They are saying for you have already mentioned for us the major three problems that are affecting FDC.
Yeah.
But now the media is saying there is an issue of money that brought in all these conflicts. They are saying that I was watching NTV, what does it call? Frontline.
NBS.
Yes. They are saying the major problem is Nandala Mafabi took, I think in COVID, took 500 million to Kano Besije and told Besije that you keep for us this money. You get it? First of all, they took in installments. They took, first of all, 300 million, and then they took later 200 million. But they did not tell Besije where this money is coming from. Now, people started speculating that this is what is bringing. Even you've seen the accusation of Sebuju Nganda by Nandala Mafabi, billboards. Nandala Mafabi saying you purchased the double cabins, purchased what. Where did this money come from? I think, as you say, communication gap, but here also they have singled out one factor of money.
Okay.
Kindly talk about it.
No, you see, I am very... Those who have been following the Ugandan political events, you remember when DP was heading for the elections, there was an accusation by the late Sevagala and the Mao. There is money. So for me, what I can say, yes, the money issue, I don't think it can be the major issue for the FDC problem. Because the SJ and the Mafabi and the Semuji, those are only, they are among the members of the FDC. But they are not the final decision makers of the FDC. That's why I'm saying that if the organ which is sitting on Friday, there was a team which was put. In fact, this thing has not started now. This issue has been around for some time, to the extent that the party organ instituted a committee headed by Dr. Nawisu. You get it? Now, this committee is supposed to give a report on Friday this week. The findings, Bessie appeared, Mafabi appeared, Amriat appeared, everybody who was mentioned appeared and gave his side of the story. So it's just unfortunate that before we go to the climax of the report, there was an outburst, which may antagonize maybe the findings, but I am hopeful that the finding will eventually resolve the current impasse in the FDC. But they also hope. The FDC there's a time FDC expelled Madame Mukabi, the current IGG. You remember? FDC has a strong institution which can make decisions. I trust it. So I am hopeful that on Friday, when they give a report and find that Juma, we are very sure that he got the money. Because now it is still speculations. No evidence, substantial evidence has been proven. That's why you see that even Dr. Besje said that since there is an investigation going on, a committee which I appointed before, I don't want to mention about the money because I am hopeful the report will come. But after the report, I will be at liberty to speak about the money. You remember that? So I can still repeat the same thing that still up to now, the money saga is still a speculation until Friday. Because there is a committee, and this report is going to be a public document. Because my hope is that after Friday, I can come back authoritatively on the Kingdom Show now, and I tell you that the committee got it, the guilt of someone, he got 200 million. It was reported in the committee, and the decision is this. Because once the committee reports, that organ has the capacity to make a decision over all of these other members. You see, in the FDC, myself, Honorable Mafavi, Semuju, and Besije, we all have equal right in that party because it was formed on the same day. Unlike other party, you may find maybe 26 people went and voted and they came here. So for the 27, if you have less powers, if they are asking, they will tell you, man, you must wait. We were 27 days and negotiate, but the FDC, all of us were here. Nobody was in the bush.
Are you meaning the 27 guards?
We tuba tutandika FDC mu 2004 kwena twali wano teri yali mu lusiko ne Besigye ya South Africa naja wano ntigikolera wano. So tumanyi nti tulina eddembe, tulina obwenkanyi, tulina rights ezenkana. Kyovola bantu Juma, for me, some people may wonder why I am not in office up to today. Those are FDC issues. By then my term is still on, but I'm not in office.
Hey, your term is still on?
Yes. I was voted with the same team which is still in office. But because of the elections of Amuriat and Muntu, they cost us a lot of damage. But because some of us have FDC, it's a party we formed, we don't want to destroy it. We will always keep to ourselves and see the party moving. So for me, I want to tell the people on the Kingdom Show that by Friday, and I think I implore you to take up this story so that viewers come to get a conclusion of what happened.
Exactly.
That's what we can promise. So after getting the report from the party, we will have to appear here and I tell you, our viewers, the report found someone, victim, he carried 100 million, this one carried 300. So you judge them in the public. So since they have a committee, which the party instituted, I am hopeful that that committee by Friday is going to present a report and we shall always come out. You see, when you go to the public, I have already told people that when you reach to a level like some of us where we've been, because by being a cabinet minister of the FDC, you are entitled to information. That's why I'm telling you that. I can even tell you that in 2016, the current office you see there, that office was bought. It was given to us by Garuga Musinguzi. We were Najana Kumbi.
Yeah.
There are two plots. The first plot we paid 350 million. The second we also paid 350 million. Why? We got a loan from Kuraini Bank. That's why I said that when we went for the election of 2016, we used those land titles of Najana Kumbi to get a loan to fund a campaign. I've been hearing people asking, but where has these people been getting the money? 2016, we got a loan in Kuraini Bank using the land title of Najana Kumbi to fund a campaign, plus the additional money of the well-wishers. But that is how the party has been running.
Bwana Idi, okubyewo nnyo naye me, you know, I'll not stop talking about this. What is in the media, even you yourself?
Yes, I know.
Others are saying the reason as to why Nandala Mafabi took that money to Besigye, it is because he got that money from Museveni.
You see, one, I have a lot of respect for both Mafabi, Janomoto, Besigye, Semuju, and so forth. Honestly, I know the truth will always come out. You get it? For now, I can tell you without any contradiction that I can tell authoritatively that the report will have to implicate people and we make them accountable. For now, it is still whistleblowing. Because you see, when you get to a level of the personality of those people, they are leaders, not only for us and for the entire country. So any allegation against any of them, whether it is somebody, whether it is who, we will have to substantiate it. Because now, this Kingdom Show they regard all what we speak as authentic. That's why it's here. It's not a speculative show. We have to give information. So we just, for me personally, I don't want to say that maybe I am not defending my family, I will not defend the Besigye, neither do I defend the Ssemujju. But the moment we get information through the party which I belong to, I want to come here and I tell you that at the minute of 28th of the National Council, we found so and so a victim. And it will be public. Whether he's a good person, a party will always stay even when you leave.
True.
That's why for me, I want to ask my colleagues outside there that, you see, the issues of money are flying everywhere. But you see, if they tell you that Besigye got money, and he tells you that I will comment on it when that time comes, we will have to investigate it. And if this money, where was it? Because you hear, there is also an issue on the part which they are telling you that there are 4 double cabinets which were bought. But those double cabinets, up to now, there are receipts showing that there is money from the party which is servicing those loans. So we have to get all those documents and give.
On double cabinets, I remember they said when time for campaigns came, FDC went and got a loan, and of course they were crying there was no money for campaigns. So they were asking, where are we getting the money again for buying this double cabinet when we do not have money for campaigns? Yes.
Yeah, that's why you see that there has been information that there are payment vouchers reflecting how those vehicles are being paid. Now, as a Kingdom show with myself, we need to extra investigate those issues and bring them. And so they said the loan was there, but we have found out there is no loan. So this one justifies that this money, it is true these people got the money. Because there we will have a justification. Because you told us that they were paying a loan. When we go to find out there is no loan, this car was built at one, that one automatically justifies that these people got the money. There you can authoritatively sit in front of the camera and say, no, this man here is lying, he got the money on the Afuna Center, on the Alia Center, on the Alia Center. They have been accusation. These things have not started today. You, Mamia, you have known me for so long. There are people who you see, you find in town and say, this man is driving a Harrier. How can an opposition unit leader drive a Harrier? It consumes fuel. He might be getting money from the government. So those accusations will always be there. But we need to digest and investigate them further. Whether they are true, what does this person do? Where does he get the money? I may be driving a vehicle for a friend. I may be getting fuel from him as a colleague. So those are issues we have to cross-examine. But I am thinking and hopeful that my party leaders and all the other people, like I've reached out to some of them, we need to first of all reconvene and answer these questions intensively into the House.
Okay, still, we have allegations here and there. One party is saying Ssemujju wants to take the party to Nup, to Kyagulanyi. Another one is saying Nandala Mafabi is planning to take to NRM. Now, which is which?
You see, like I told you, I am very privileged, and I've always told people that you see, when it comes to the foundation of FDC, I am a founder member, and I will tell you people that you see, me as a person, I can choose and go to NRM. I go to NOP, I go to National Alliance, I go to DP. But my position does not give me the capacity to carry FDC, take it there. You get it? So even Ssemujju, when he is elected tomorrow, you see, it's like now, like you people who are in election. What you promise on the rally is not what you do in where you have got to. You may find a member of parliament telling you that the moment I get to parliament, I am going to carry power and bring for in Busia here. When he gets to parliament, they tell you that in this financial year we don't have issues of power. We were concentrating on roads. So the FDC also says like that. Not even in Mafabi, not even in Muntu, not even in Besigye. Muntu left, he formed a political party. This is state. You get it? My closest friend, the honorable former member of parliament of Jinja East, Muiru Paul, is one of the people I trust and I talk, is a very good friend of mine. He left, he went to Nup, and is there, this is there. Now, none of these people, not even Ssemujju, not even Mafabi, can carry this and take it where they are going. You know why they choose to go anywhere.
You know why those allegations are there? Remember, FDC, before no, FDC was the mother of all opposition in Uganda,
Yeah.
and it had a vibe, it had many people. Now NUP came. Of course, now you've seen now, people now, most of them have gone to NUP. Now that is why I'm telling you, you remember the statement of President Yoweri Museveni. He said by 2020 there will be no what? Opposition. He has swallowed UPC. He has swallowed the DP. Now people now here are worried FDC. Now isn't it true that the man what he said is what is going to happen? That is why I'm asking you that question.
You see,
Don't you think even DP and UPC do not have strong foundation?
you see, like I told you, the difference between FDC and all other parties, the founders of FDC are still very active and they are around here. You find the founders of DP, some of them died sometime long ago. So those people who are around are just part of it. They are there for convenience, maybe. Yeah? So they don't care. That's why you see that in FDC now there is a lot of heat. They can even lock that gate, beat up people. The issue is their party. Tomorrow, President Museveni may choose to work. That's why you see that Kamia is a founder member of FDC. He's in NRM. FDC is this time. Joyce Sebugwao was one of the pillars of FDC in Uganda. He's in NRM. FDC has stayed. I think, like you said, President Museveni has seen. He's taking the people, but the party is still remaining. That is the biggest part of President Museveni. He has taken a person, but the party is still insisting. So it might be, but for me, I think, like you say, President Museveni, what I like from him is that he's aging out. Eh? So there's going to come a time when President Museveni has nothing to do in politics. Eh? He will,
Of course, you cannot dictate nature.
So for me, I know that that is his wish. But not all his wishes are going to be accomplished. That's why you see that I am hopeful that I will visit President Museveni when he's maybe an ex-president and tell him, I am one of the surviving people. I stayed even after you had promised not to be there. I hope to see that moment. Oh, so those are issues, and we don't dispute these issues. These are issues which are flying in the media, but we want, for the purpose of being clear, that whatever will happen, people will always move out from this party to the other. But just like you say, Premier League, I think now this is the signing season. Museveni will sign, FDC will sign, DP will sign. We go to a match. After that match, every team will see what it has done. Tomorrow, for me, I tell you that if you get comfortable and say that I have chosen to work with NRM, let it be official. So that people know that if the woman is now changed the address. Because politics, in fact, that's what I want to tell my viewers today, that in politics, change of address is official. When I joined FDC and I'm in FDC, I am a member, I am a leader, and when I choose to leave, it will be official, like Muiru did. He told you, I have joined NUP. You can now not look at him and say, Tulikuno FDC, and you saw him going to NUP. You will put him off. But as long as a person has not declared that I am going to, you see, Mao still insisting. He said,
He's still,
I am the president of DP.
DP. Yeah.
It is by his will, because he was voted. So until when he tells you, no, me I've left DP, I am in NRM. Political alignment or affiliation is by choice and by a person himself, not by speculation. So me, I don't speculate anybody to engage. Now I'm dressed in red.
Red, exactly.
I bought this shirt before even NUP existed. So you cannot tell me that I have crossed to NUP.
You bought it when you were 2020.
The
NUP was formed when?
It was formed recently.
2021.
So you cannot implicate my shirt on. So wait for people, and I can even ask the young people that changing a political alienation is okay. Just like you see Kenya. I want to see a time where we sit and say, now, officially, we want DPF, this UPC, and the NUP to sit and merge and make one party. It will happen.
Thank you so much, Idi Ouma, the former, he has told us his term is still on, the youth national chairperson of FDC. But I would like to thank you so much for sharing with the viewers out there on the Kingdom Live Show on what is happening. I know they were very eager on hearing what is really happening in FDC, but hope you're getting the answers live and clear. He has talked of information gap. he has talked about hierarchy, and he has talked about what else? You talked about three things.
Responsibility.
Responsibility.
Which is causing rural conflict.
Now here is where we come. We have three people in FDC. We have the chairman, Birigwa, Ambassador Birigwa. We have Nandala Mafabi, the Secretary General. We have the President, Amuria, Patrick. And then we have the spokesperson, Semu Junganda. And then the other one that is not always being heard so much, I think, is the Vice President. Yes. And then also we have, of course, the main actor who is still around. That is Dr. Besije. I can tell you, Idi Ouma, we are speaking of hierarchy. But the other day, Honorable Semu Junganda was accusing Nandala Mafabi of performing all this hierarchy, and as if he's the one who is the owner of this party. Kindly hint on that.
One
is the Secretary General having more powers than chairman, than the rest?
I think let me just highlight on that. One, the Secretary General of the FDC is the custodian of the party property, is the accounting officer of the party, is the secretary to the delegate conference. You get it? When you get to the spokesperson, he is the official spokesperson of the party.
The secretary?
No, it's now the publicity secretary. He's the official spokesperson of the party. All communication of the party must go through him. You get it? He's in charge of organizing press conferences, most especially official ones. You get it? When you go to the party chairman is the head of the National Council. You get it?
He's the one who chairs.
He's the one who chairs the National Council. Now, the president is the chief executive for the party. Now, when you see that there is a complaint about the rural conflict, there must have been mergers of some offices.
Okay.
You get it? So when there is a merger of some offices, that's why you see that even there was a problem. People were saying, how do you organize a press conference? I am supposed to organize one. So that's why you see that the press conference which was in Katonga, it was not an FDC press conference. You get it? Besije, Dr. Besije called it in his own capacity, which is under his right.
But why did he call the same day that FDC is holding a press conference?
In fact, I saw him apologize that it was by coincidence. You get it? That's what he said. So, for me, I think the Ugandans outside there, the young people, you see this party, Juma, unlike Dr. Besije, who worked in this government before, my Secretary General was in the World Bank, Honorable Semuju was in journalism. Some of us, we started from FDC. That was our first employment. That's the difference. I sympathize with my fellow young people outside there who their first time activity was joining FDC. This is the party they have been in. This is the party which has made them not get jobs. What? So I want us to not to look at more on these people, because I know some of these people may not they may not serve again more than 5 years ahead. So I want us to not to concentrate more on those other people. Let's recollect ourselves and discuss across even to the young people of NRM. Or even no. You may find that some people in the NRM, the young people, who have offered a lot of energy, they have not maybe been given space because of the congestion. You pick FDC, throw here, you pick DP, throw here, you pick UPC, throw here. So these other people, these young people are suffocated. They may lose hope. You just need to get focused that these people are going very soon. Not only in the FDC, but all these other parties. These people are phasing out. We just need to keep the consistency
and position
ourselves. Let's engage, let's communicate. Personally, I talk with very many young people. The national authority of NRM, Gaddafi, is one of my closest friends. We share. Juma here and every other people. I am flexible. That's why some people even don't know why. Some people say, you cannot run a political party like you are running a church, which is a So those are the difference. There's a difference between a political organization and a military organization. In a military organization, it's all about command, whether good or bad. But a political organization is about at least the dialogue. As a member, you may find a member, a party holding member down in Busia here. He wants to know how his party is running. That's the accountability. He doesn't care whether you are the Secretary General you are, but also the most important is time. As long as we give everything time, this will come to pass. Because personally, I have told people that I have been so patient in running political offices. I started politics at a young age and I learned very many things. That's why you see that even some people, their information I give myself. Because I know time will sort it out. Time sorts everything. Doesn't care whether you are tall, you are young, you are big. Time sorts out everything.
Okay, I think you've heard that. We are almost coming to the end of the program. But before we come to the end of the program, Idi Ouma, we want to talk about the Busia FDC office also. And where does this saga live? Because at least me, I have very many friends from FDC. And I can tell you, there is a problem at also Busia office.
True.
You'll find that Mayor, Honorable Sadiq Amin, has his camp. You'll find that Honorable Opio Hassan also has his camp. So you'll find that the whole thing is being divided. You'll find that again.
Even Idi has his own army.
Yes. So where does this live in FDC Busia? Or is it a copy and paste? Since they have seen there's a problem there, now they also
Now,
yes.
Now I think let me authoritatively talk about Busia.
Busia, yeah.
I was born here, studied from here. I started this party in this district. All other people have come and joined us. And the challenge with FDC of Busia is one. I want to thank the young people who were part of the struggle when we were forming this party. The biggest challenge of Busia has been that we've been sourcing people to come and join the FDC. Those who have contested and lost in the NRM, those who have contested as independent. So they are not impacted with what FDC stands for. They are here to win elections. That's the biggest problem of Busia, right from Madam Kevin Ataka. We sourced from NRM Buroti. Even my good friend Hassan, we sourced him and he came to contest. So most of these people who are coming in FDC structure of Busia, they come to contest. They don't come to know what the party stands for, how it
They don't know the foundation.
They don't know the foundation. Theirs is one when you it now, he prints a t-shirt, puts on, he goes through. When he loses the election, he says, one more Pukat. As we talk now, there are FDC people who have sensed that maybe Nup is very popular. You've seen them cross. Not because they believe in Nup, but they think when they are in Nup, they will pass. So the biggest problem of Busia FDC has been sourcing people who don't have
sourcing people,
picking them from nowhere. Those who don't have the ideology of them. Because for me, you know very well, I have lost elections, not once, not twice. But I have not changed the belonging of the party.
You've not changed the goalposts.
I have not changed the goalposts. Because people tell you, now, the former person who contested in the primary of FDC, Mabach, my friend, is the one who ended up as a NUP flag bearer. After elections, those who know Busia, they have not seen him around. So it's not by conviction. Politics is not a short-term process. The process is as important as the outcome. Currently, as we speak, myself, I contested as an independent. Why? Because there was a confusion in the party here. People said this flag should remain here. This flag. The former chairperson of FDC, who is Hassan Opio, he contested as an independent.
After being won by Amin.
Yes, he contested as independent. As we speak now, the Busia district executive doesn't have more than 3 people.
Who is the chairperson? Is it?
We don't have a chairperson. We don't have a secretary. We don't have a vice. So the whole process. Now, this party structure was going to get us to build a vibrant party which has people who believe in what they know. If I wake up and say I want to go to the NRM, let me not go to Museveni. I should go to the NRM as a party. Because tomorrow, if President Museveni is not there, the NRM will stay. That is the biggest problem with all political parties. Someone joins the political party to go for parliament, to go for a district, to win election. That is the problem of Busia. Then the other issue also has been maybe blackmail.
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 That one is too much.
You see,
I think that is in all political parties.
but you see, for me, my case like in Busia, for you, you know, me and you went to school. There are people who don't know that besides being in politics, you need to work and you must go to customer and do it. So for them, they sit home expecting to live the same status with you. You see me driving a car. For you who doesn't earn even 100 shillings, how will you drive it? Go and work. This blackmail is also a problem. So people should just, especially the young people. We are in different stages. For me, I've been in the FDC from its formation. There are those who joined yesterday. Maybe they may not be lucky to serve like I've served. Me, I've served as a national leader. Both in national and international leader. The whole that is permanent to me. Even when I die tomorrow, it is a CV to myself. So I need to see the other young people because I'm now no longer a young person. I want to be maybe the party president. I want to see those young people also coming up and go and contest and get this, come with this responsibility. So for me, I think the Busia FDC crisis is only on two things: the recruitment process and then the quality of leadership. You see, when a leader, when they say this is the chairman of the party, you must be in a position to show the chairmanship. It's not that because it is you who was near and they gave you a seat of the chairman. You must show the capacity. And even these people whom we elect, we vote people on the FDC ticket. When they get to offices, they don't even care about the party. They care about themselves. It is now again, after a campaign, they run around and come. That's why you see that our former chairperson of the district lost the primaries. How? A chairperson of the party, you are the mayor of the party, you lose primaries. Now we voted again a national. The current mayor is the head of security national. Now, if it doesn't work for the party, still even him tomorrow, he will be knocked out, and that will not be growing the party. If we had maintained the former chairperson who was a mayor and he had worked, and we retained him for the second term, it would have built the capacity of our people in the party and in the leadership. But now we are doing a copy and paste. We brought him, we threw. We have brought this one, we are throwing. Tomorrow, we shall have no structure to depend on.
But Bwana Idi, I think that is a very big problem. Even with our voters out there, they don't give people chance to do to be in these positions. They always think for next election, but they don't look at the capacity of this person. They don't look at now there are some people who of course are fighting others who are incumbents now. Their major intention is to take over. They don't give people chances. I think that is a very big problem right away from our voters up to the delegate conference. The people who are watching the Kingdom Live Show, thank you so much for watching the Kingdom Live Show. Thank you so much for sparing your data. Thank you so much for sparing your time. You're very good people to me. When you do this, you really give me a lot of energy. And don't forget to share. Don't forget to share people to get this information. This is the only show here in Eastern Uganda and in Busia that brings you the right information, entertainment, politics, social, economic, whatever information that you need. I'll always bring them on board for them to explain to you, for you to know what is happening. And of course, don't forget, this show is being sponsored by Gold Star Resort Hotel. Of course, they have the best accommodation facility in town. They have the best services in town. They have, if you want to make birthday parties, you have conference meetings, you have whatever activity that you think must be in a resort, they really have. And of course, when it comes to hospitality, they're the best. So, nga omanyi tino olina ebintu ebyo byonna byenjogeddeko jangu ku Gold Star. Mwami Idi Ouma, njagala osibule abantu in summary form. Wadde dakika 2 summarizing, and then of course, you know, today is Sunday, people have to prepare for Monday. Yes.
One, I want to thank all our viewers at the Kingdom Show and also Gold Star Hotel, because as a leader in Busia, this is the place I want my people to be. And hopefully we are going to engage with the Kingdom Live Show and now have a bigger engagement, which we will invite the young people and all the other leaders and sit here to deliberate on this issue. To the FDC supporters, I want to tell you and say that there's a reason why we chose to form the FDC. I don't care about those who may have joined the FDC to get position and win elections. But there is a reason why some of us chose. Because I want to tell you, Mr. Juma, that for us, if you go and look at the archive, the sacrifice we've done for the FDC is big, and we have done a lot of risks. I would only request that we get positions and let's listen to the party. The party is going to call a roadmap. There will be a structure. Let people take up the responsibility, take up positions. That leadership in the center can be changed even an overnight. There is going to be a delegate conference. That has no doubt. So everybody who is dissatisfied with either Musemuji or who, go to your districts and get elected. Go to the delegate conference, make the right choices, so that you know that the choices you make, you know, when you move, politicians, you see, once you vote a leader, you have lost your control. You have given him the mandate to drive you. So whether you like it or not, you have given him the authority for 5 years. So let's go to the structure. And I want to emphasize, like, most especially the Busia municipality structure. If you're not very careful, you're going to mess up the party. Just go to the structure, get elected. The entire Uganda as a country. Let's go in the structure, let's get elected, let's prepare to change or to vote the leaders we want. Because not all leaders are bad. Sometimes maybe there is a miscommunication. But FDC normally have a chance to go and make choices. You make a choice. Tomorrow, if I choose not to be in a party, let it be official, so that I make a choice. So I want to thank all my people, the people of Busia, and the leaders have been in. I have served different capacities, but I'm very happy that God helped me that when I'm in office, I've not served and got any scandal in the office. That's very important. You see, when you serve an office and leave without a scandal, I think my hands are very clean. The entire time I've been the FDC, I have not been implicated in any scandal, not even a rumor on it. If there's any scandal, maybe it didn't come out, and that's not now an issue. The scandal is the one which come out when you're still in office. So for me, I am very happy, and I hope that we will update the Kingdom viewers on how the FDC issues unfold.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Of course, as Bwana Idiom has promised, he has told us on 28th of this month, of course, they are having a sitting at, of course, national offices in Kampala. That is Najana Nkumbi.
Yeah.
Yes, and let me hope you'll not lock the chairman outside this time. So he has told us, of course, this Friday, 28th, they'll be having those. They'll be having, of course, a meeting, and all what is going on in the media. Semani NRM, Yerimu Kufuga, FDC, the money came from Museveni, CJ, what. For him, he has said those are their words. Those are just mere allegations. But of course, which will be digested. But of course, don't quote the Kingdom Live show badly. He has told you all those are mere allegations, and they are going to come up with the right and authentic information about what is happening. And I promise you, the viewers of the Kingdom Live show, I'll bring back this gentleman here after Friday when things have cleared up. We want to get the real information. We don't want just to go with rumors. So, mujja kunsonyiwa olwaleero oluzungu lubaddeko lungi naye munange oluusi tulina okukola ki, tulina okubalansinga mwabasomesa. Of course bulijjo tukozesa olulimi Oluganda ennyo, naye olwaleero of course kibadde ky'amaanyi nnyo nga tuteekeddwa atulisa okukozesako olulimi Oluzungu abantu bategeere kiki ekigenda mu maaso. Nze sirina bigambo bingi, nsaba Katonda abankuumire, abawe obulamu obulungi, abawe buli kimu nga kirungi, and then tumitinge ku show yaffe next Sunday, next weekend. Ndowooza ejja kubeera nga 3 tujja kukola ki, tujja kumitinga waneeno ku Kingdom Live show. Mwebale nnyo, mwebalire ddala.